Hello, parents and guardians. This is Eric Bjornstad, and hopefully you're watching this because your son or daughter is in Chemistry Accel. Hopefully I can take a few minutes to go over a few things about me and the course to help put you and your son or daughter at ease, and hopefully let you know that we all should have a positive experience this year, especially starting out in remote learning. Let me share my screen to go over a few things about me that you might find interesting and about this course. So, that's me, Eric Bjornstad. I am a math and chemistry teacher. I have taught in Arizona and other parts of Chicago. I am a Michigan State graduate, hence the background. I got my master's in science from Illinois State in chemistry and my MED from Concordia. I'm a published author of Pure Power, which released last summer on Amazon, and I'm also an educational consultant across various places in the nation, including Texas, California, and Oregon. Where can you find me? Well, this is for you and your student. I'm in room J208 Monday through Friday during the school day, so anytime between 7:45 and 3:30. To keep things socially distant, also any day in between 7:45 and 8:45 via Zoom. Let me know ahead of time. I'll open up the room and we can chat and go over anything you might like to. But always the best and quickest way to reach me is via email, and I should be able to respond within 24 hours. So what are we going to be learning this year in chemistry? Well, instead you can check out the curriculum map to see more of the specifics, which I don't want to go over that now with you, but I think the important things that your son or daughter is going to learn this year are is that how to think like a scientist. We're going to try and engage in some phenomena and look at those and hopefully ask some questions that lead us to more questions, which is sort of the whole science process in itself. But in doing this, hopefully they also learn how to problem solve. That's not so much about chemistry. Kind of live in an era now where content's readily available on the internet, so not really content isn't king anymore, but the skills are what's important, including critical thinking skills. So problem solving and critical thinking is something we actually really focus on here through the context of chemistry. All we're doing is helping them be more adept at the skills they might need in life and looking at through the context of chemistry to do that. We're going to be engaging in hopefully some virtual labs where we actually ask some questions and we're able to find some results, and doing some things which we can't do in person, but maybe we'll get to at some point in time, but hopefully providing experience that it still allows that fundamental phenomena and building blocks of what we like to think of as science. So as far as how your son or daughter will be assessed, grades are calculated from the following percentages. So in this course, we still have a semester exam, which is 20%, and 80% for the semester. Of this semester, 100% of the score will be in the test and project area. These tests consist of summative assessments on each objective individually, which last about between 15 and 30 minutes. So for instance, in Unit 1, there will be 4 objectives, so there'll be 4 mini tests instead of 1 larger test, which should help break down the content and allow for more ease of access, especially during remote learning. 0% is weighted towards practice, so they're still scored and recorded, but they don't actually affect the grade. It's more for you and I and your student to actually know if we're doing the things that we need to be successful along the way without being penalized for practicing and trying to get better at the things that we want to before we're actually assessed on them. From there, you see that we have the same typical grading scale of A, B, C, D, and F, but F actually doesn't go below 50%. So no scores will be, if it's below 50%, it just gets recorded as a 50. This helps in terms of equidistant grading so that things that are much lower don't have more of an adverse effect than the things that are much higher. Hopefully this adds for a little bit of ease of student success, especially in a time where things are a little bit different right now. We want to make sure that everyone has equal access to being successful in this course and other courses. Some important information. Your son or daughter still should probably have a binder or notebook that they're writing things down in that are aside from the notes that are given on Canvas, and definitely a calculator, because we'll be using that throughout the year. Textbook, if they have one, that can stay at home as a supplement to the course. We don't teach from the textbook, but the textbook can be a good resource when we can't find answers to things and maybe they're not as available on the internet. When absent, students can view asynchronous videos that I'll be posting in the supplemental resources on Canvas that allows them to sort of catch up if they can't make the Zoom meeting themselves. Just to take a quick aside to look at that, here we see that this is the Canvas course, so hopefully you have seen this before and are somewhat familiar with it. This is for week 3, where we can see that every week's going to look pretty much the same in terms of the structure and format of this page. So this is the home page. And looking down, we can see that each day's date and the Lion Day, Gold Day, or Blue Day, along with the topic, any task or homework that is assigned, as well as the resources that your son or daughter might need to access to be able to do these things. Hopefully this keeps a fairly followable account of what we do in the class, and you're always welcome to join as an observer to see what's going on there. The additional asynchronous resources for times that are absent are, we put additional notes here in PowerPoint and instructional videos on topics that were covered in class in case this is also useful if, for instance, they just want to do more practice or like to see it explained again. So in this, we also have, because the summatives are the only thing that really count for the grade, we have test retakes. Retakes for unit objectives are given following the conclusion of the unit. So after Unit 1, retakes will be available for objectives 1, 2, 3, and 4. A study guide for each objective, a short one, will be that your son or daughter wants to retake, must be completed, as well as the Canvas practice quiz pertaining to the material must be passed with a 90% or better. That's how you qualify for the retake. When the retake is taken, the higher grade will be taken between that and the retake. We'll go over this in more detail in our Zoom meetings in class, just to make sure that when the time comes and the questions become pertinent, everyone's on the same page. So how can I be most helpful? Well, just like the things that I know you're already doing to help your son or daughter to get to this point, we want to check Infinite Campus for up-to-date grades and help them check Canvas for the agenda, like we have shown you, that contains all the resources for the class, like the links, notes, and practice, quizzes, and assessments that will all be given through there. Lastly, the communication. This helps on everyone's end, just in case there's any discrepancies in what we were expecting and then what happened. Sitting looking at grade reports together and discussing what you see, as well as the agenda, usually helps clear a lot of things up. Hopefully, in this short amount of time, I've been able to answer a lot of the questions you might have about chemistry, but I know that I in no way will be able to answer all the questions here in this video. If you have any additional questions or concern, I want you to feel free to contact me at any time with anything that might come up. I assure you we all want the most positive experience from this, and I'm looking forward to progressing throughout the year, even in these slightly uncertain times. Hopefully we can all come together, and this will be a really positive experience for everybody. Until then, I hope to see you at future times and possibly parent-teacher conferences, but if not, sometime over Zoom. Take care.